Well, finally, we've just been released from.
All right, guys, I want to welcome you back to Trend Nigeria. Here in this video, Omoyele Sowore and Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer spoke to media briefly after they were released yesterday. He answered a lot of questions, especially the one that border the protest in Lagos State. You recall that the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State warned Omoyele Sowore to stay off protest in Lagos State. And some of the questionnaires in this particular video asked Omoyele Sowore whether he still go ahead to protest in Lagos. And he said, indeed, Commissioner of Police cannot warn him. He should rather warn himself. All right, guys. He spoke at length and he answered a lot of questions put across to him, including Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer. And we have a comprehensive video, and let us listen to what they talk about in this particular video.
Well, finally, we've just been released from illegal, unjust, unwarranted, and inhuman detention by the Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime, orchestrated by his illegal IGP Kayode Egbetokun. And we are heading home. Hopefully. In fact, I was supposed to be heading to Lagos for a protest for tomorrow. But we are still checking on the flight, if there's any flight tonight.
But have you seen the warning from the Lagos State government?
They can warn themselves, they can't warn me. You can't warn me about my rights.
Yes.
They are the ones who have to warn themselves about their responsibilities. So it wasn't going to stop me. It is not the first time people who are paid to protect have become very likely responsible and warning people not to exercise their rights. So you can't warn me about my rights.
Okay, now in the build up to the protest, the police had actually issued a warning and they said it contravened that warning by entering into the restricted zone, which was why the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu was also arrested.
The lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu is here, but before he speaks, I'm not a lawyer, but what I know is that if a court gives an order and there's a contravention of that order, you go back to the same court to complain to the judge. It's not the job of police to take it upon itself to be enforcing court orders that it had interest in. But even if they don't have interest in it, there was a court order issued by a judge saying don't go to certain areas. If you want to review the order, you go back to the court. If you want to complain that the orders were violated, you go back to the court. Absolutely. So the police, being an irresponsible organization in Nigeria, took laws into its hand. And I can guarantee you that those court orders were never served on us. If you look at the Schedule 3 of the court order, it says serve them by Friday. So no court order was served on us. But assuming it was served on us, even our courts understand that there are certain areas or boundaries you cannot cross when it comes to fundamental human rights.
Okay, it's been alleged that the reason why you spent a long time in detention was because you called Egbetokun a useless IGP.
No, is it not useless? Yeah.
Well, it's not a lie.
Okay, so what's your word to, in terms of the justice system, seeing what played out when you were beaten and manhandled in the court?
It's not the first time they will do that. You must have seen a plethora of police attacks on me. Since 1992, some of the police who attacked me had to fight for their retirement benefits a few weeks ago. So it's to also tell the police that are doing it now that they will soon meet their Waterloo. There's no question about that. But most importantly, our goal is to fix the country. We can't be going after small issues, including individuals. The country we want to fix, that's what is on our plate. Not this individual police. I cannot be banding words, for instance, with the police PRO, who I know doesn't know his left from his right. I can't be banding words with the IGP, who I know no longer is no longer in the police force. And you cannot be IGP if you are not in the police force. And they understand it. That's why they lose their mind. So I have been through about 7 presidents in my lifetime since probably more now, since 1992. Several police IGPs, and some of them I've had to help in the course of some of them I had to assist where they were even still serving.
Yes.
So these are not issues that bothers me a lot. Anybody who is doing what we do knows that your second vacation home is prison.
100%.
The service chiefs, I need you to comment on that.
The service chiefs, let me tell you, I was the first to complain about that one who said he wanted to fence Nigeria, Musa. That one doesn't know his left from his right, but he's still even better than Ebetokun. Ebetokun should have been fired if Tinubu were to be serious. But, you know, I'm not an advisor to the president, and I particularly don't care what Tinubu does with his illegitimate regime, honestly. So
Barrister Aloy, please, we would like you to share your experience, considering the fact that we're actually living in denial, thinking you'll be released on the day you were arrested. And what has this experience actually taught you?
Well, this experience is traumatic. Quite speaking honestly, it's traumatic for me. It's traumatic for my colleagues, everybody. If you say it isn't, then you are in denial. Traumatic in the sense of the manner of the arrest. It was very brutal, too confrontational. People who were cooperating with the police were being shoved around, being beaten up. Some of them sustained injuries. Tear gas canisters were deployed directly at most of us. Two had impact on me, and in fact, if we didn't have strong lungs, some of us would have given up the ghost on the spot. I don't think that type of brutality has a place in a well-ordered modern society. This is the type of thing that we need to do away with in Nigeria. Even at the police headquarters, CID Gariki Command, they deployed canisters, several canisters of tear gas just to get us to bundle us into vehicles that will take us to abattoir. You didn't need to do that because we were already under your control. So that's something that is abhorrible and should be condemned by all and sundry. It is not good, it's unlawful, it's brigandage, and it is executive rascality in high places.
While you were in detention, Nnamdi Kanu actually let go of his defense team. Now, we are starting to hear that he's saying there's no case submission. What is your take, considering the fact that, okay, you are also among those defending, and this even led you to be sent to the
Where the protest was directed, let me make this clear, the protest was directed against the presidency, not against the judiciary. You know, there are things that come first. If the presidency or the executive branch of government does not put you up for trial, no court has the authority to initiate prosecution against you. So it's a question of where to place the blame. I've noticed a lot of understanding as if we are protesting against the court. No, the court didn't initiate it. The presidency did. The attorney general did. So if the presidency or the executive branch says Nnamdi Kanu's case should no longer be prosecuted, the court will have nothing to try.
Exactly.
This is our point. So those people saying, Nnamdi Kanu is on trial and we are interfering with judiciary, contempt of court, blah, blah, blah. No, come on. That's complete misunderstanding of the situation. Yes. It is Tinubu we wanted to talk to. You don't have any business prosecuting a man that has done nothing wrong. Yes. And a man you brought into the country under situation that offended humanity, international law, and even Nigerian law. Yes. You don't have a business putting him up for trial. So withdraw. Under Section 174, I think, of the Constitution, he can direct the Attorney General to do a nolle prosequi. It was done for Sowore here, right? It has been done in history for a whole lot of people. The presidency or the executive branch or the attorney can say, we are no longer interested in the case, and that's the end of it. That was the purpose of the protest. Yes.
And I was the organizer, by the way.
He initiated it?
Yes.
Okay, Barrister Kingdom. In all of this drama that played out, I think about 5 days back till now, what's your own stance?
Well, my own arrest, is so traumatic. My own is a situation where the IG himself has become the chief terrorist of the Federation. And, they say power corrupts and absolute power corrupts, absolutely. Because his regime was illegally, the Police Act was illegally amended, and to have him as an absolute IG, that is why you see him exercising absolute power. So I was arrested while I was addressing the media. I was live on News Central and Arise Television and a couple of other media organizations, and I was addressing the media with respect to the protest and the reason why in Nigeria I think that there should be justice for all of us, all Nigerians, no matter where you come from, whether you are Igbo man, you are Yoruba man, you are Hausa man, and was very vocal, and I was very point blank to say that Nnamdi Kanu was being held because he's an Igbo man. And I gave instances of where the former governor of Kaduna State accused the National Security Advisor that he is the one paying bandits, supplying them drugs, paying them salary. I mean, Malam Nuhu Rubado, and nobody has said anything reasonable about it. So I was vocal to tell the powers that be in Nigeria to stop this politics of insecurity and politics of security, and to stop victimizing people from the southeast of Nigeria, because you are an Igbo man, you are so vulnerable. So I was addressing the press when I was picked up, and of course that was in Otako. The order given by the court was the purported order was that protesters shouldn't get to National Assembly 3-arm zone. I was picked up at Otako while addressing the press. So I want to know, I'm asking you, gentlemen of the press, when did addressing the press constitute an offense in this country? That is what the illegal IG would tell me. Now that I'm out of this illegal, brutal detention, I will take him to court, to pay for damages, So when did addressing the press become an offense in this country? I was addressing gentlemen of the press with respect to the illegality, the unconstitutionality, the criminality going on in Nigeria. And I'm saying that in this country, every citizen should be treated equally, no matter where you come from. If you're an Igbo man, you should be treated as a Nigerian. That I refuse to live in a country where I will be subjected to second-class citizens, and I will always live by it. So the illegal IGP will still tell me in court when it becomes an offense, to address the press in this country. That was the only offense I committed.
Thank you. This is the press. I want to say that I want to commend the judiciary. You see, on the last Friday, I told you people that we have completed the December. The magistrate was not here to be found. So it was discovered that the magistrate was actually ill. He's not supposed to sit on that Friday, but because of the nature of the application, and he was there. So when they needed to see the doctor, he rushed to see the doctor. So that's what actually happened. And I want to also encourage the judiciary. Please, you people should continue to be independent. Just like as we witnessed, all their efforts to make sure that the magistrate did not take the application for bail. He resisted it. That is what we are asking judiciary to be doing. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, if you now say that people should not protest, how do you want people to complain? Because protest is complain. And when people are protesting, I continue to say it, they are helping the government. When people are protesting, they are helping the government. It is helping the government to know that this is what we are supposed to do that we are not doing. And I also want to encourage the judiciary to do more. And also advise Nigerian police. Please, officers and men, most of police officers today are dying. Their children are useless because of what they committed when they're in active service. Don't allow people to be laying curses on you. You cannot just tear gas somebody that never committed anything against you. You cannot go and tear gas an old man and you want to be old. You cannot go and tear gas some persons and you have children. God will not allow your children to be useful to you. God will raise untimely death against them. Don't do that. Look at how people are crying because of you, Nigerian police. Even when they ask you to go and commit evil, must you do it? Tell them that you're not doing it. Even if when they ask you to do it, when they say go and throw in tear gas, can't you say no? You have the right to say no, I won't throw the tear gas. Highest they will do, they will discipline you. So please, I want to encourage Mr. President. You are the father of the nation. Your wife is the mother of the nation. You should be able to do the right thing. Irrespective of the fact that, yes, we are challenging, we may not support you. But when you are doing well, people will support you. You earn respect. So when people are not happy with you, if you like, use all the whole ammunitions in the United Nations. They will continue to agitate. They will continue to complain. So once again, I want to thank also the prison warders. they did a very good work.
So
And
what is the outcome of your meeting with Nnamdi Kanu in DSS facility?
yes, Nnamdi Kanu, I went to see him. That was on Saturday. So he told me how he was attacked by the DSSS operative. I heard them saying so, and I don't know what happened in court today, because you can see that since morning we have been here. So, and I asked him that he should draw attention of the court, let the court know what happened, so that the court will see the reason why we are saying that you should be sent to a correctional center. Because that day, that's what they said, okay, how have you been preparing for your defense? He said that he has not even been able to, because he is not in the right frame of mind. And moreover, that place is being bugged. There are some things that he needed to do. Even the consultant, the people that he consulted, he's not doing anything. So that is just the position with respect to Nnamdi Kanu. But I will see him tomorrow, being 28 on Tuesday. Okay. I will see him.
What next? This protest has ended and it has led to arrest and bail and all.
No, of course, you cannot. Where there is a wrong, there is a remedy. Like all the people that the police violated their right, they are going to file action against the police. Of course, this one is the criminal aspect of it. They have adjourned the matter till 15th day of December. Am I right? For hearing. So that does not mean that those people that violated their rights, they are going to take you on. Yeah. You are going to you say that you have an order restraining them from protesting the central area, but you pick them at Otako. I hear them say, what is the business that has to do with central area and Otako? What does you using the live bullet? What does that supposed to mean? Throwing tear gas. Man, you can see the other guy that was the injured. I hear them saying somebody with that is armless, that is not violent. So it's very unfortunate.